Did you know Jamie Grace, the Christian singer, has Tourette syndrome? Here, take a listen.
Jamie Grace is here. She has Tourette syndrome, and she's happy to talk about it. So, what does that mean for you? What does Tourette's mean for you?
Yeah, well, essentially, Tourette syndrome is a neurological, meaning brain condition that causes movements and sounds called tics that you can't control. And so, since I was a kid, since I was diagnosed at 11, I basically have lived with this condition that makes me twitch. And I can't control the movements. I can't control my twitches. I can do everything that everybody else does, like walk and talk and pick up stuff and put stuff down, or drive a car and everything. But just because of my twitches, there are a lot of movements that I can't control. And I don't know. It's been a very long journey, to be honest. The last 12, 13 years have been a lot of emotional stress and physical stress, and have taken a toll on me spiritually sometimes as well. But it's just been a lot of relearning things.
Are you conscious of it all the time? Or is there days that go by you don't think about it?
There are maybe hours. I don't know if I can say days that go by that I don't think about it. Because I'll typically have a couple of hours where I'll feel great and I'll be fine. And when I was 13, walking was a legitimate challenge. I knew how to walk. I was fine in that area. It's just that my legs were twitching so much, my arms and back were twitching so much that I would fall over. I couldn't hold my balance. I would have to walk against the wall or lean on my parents the whole time. So it was very challenging. But now anyone that looks at me, I just look like I fidget all of the time. So that's all it kind of looks like.
I know there's a very small number of African American women that have Tourette's.
Yeah, when I was growing up, it was not common in girls and not common in black people either. And so it was really odd to get the diagnosis, primarily common in white males. So even to get the diagnosis, it took a little over 2 years, and it felt like 40 years. It felt like forever, just to get some answers from the beginning.
Okay, are you glad you have it?
It's interesting because I believe that God's my healer for sure. I don't know if that healing is going to come tomorrow, or when I'm 30, or when I'm in heaven, but I know that it's coming someday, one day. But at the same time, as much as I do trust that the Lord could take it away, it's made me a person that I don't think I'd be without it. It's made me a lot more compassionate to have Tourette syndrome. I understand what kids are going through that are bullied and that feel left out and that are picked on. There's for example, this is really random, but there's this YouTube video going around of a bully beating up another girl, and it's supposed to be comical because it was caught on tape, but it's not funny at all. It's heartbreaking. And a lot of times I've seen people watch this video, and then right after they laugh, then they're like, oh, this is bad. But the second I saw it, I broke down in tears, and I physically felt uncomfortable because I didn't even, no offense to the bully, I didn't even see the bully though. I just saw the girl on the ground, and I felt left out because that was me. I felt like no one cared, and everyone was just out to get me. And
okay.
So
has it been an advantage to you in any way?
It has. I was just thinking of a story from a couple months ago. Some girls, I met some young girls. They were I think middle school or something like that, and they were all really sweet, really all nice girls. But I could just kind of tell that all of them but one were the popular girls, and I think the one girl that was with them may have come because they may have had to invite her. They didn't really seem to necessarily get along with her very well, and her clothes were not as quote-unquote cute, and her hair wasn't as done as theirs. She kind of looked like she was just coming along just because she probably was invited to go by a parent or something. And they walked up to me to, hi, are you Jamie Grace, and that kind of thing. And not that I did not want to talk to them, but immediately I went to the fifth girl, and I just said, hi, what's your name? And I talked to her, I looked her in the eye, and there was this moment where, it's not that there was anything wrong with the other girls, but there was a moment where I saw every bit of Jamie Grace in this other girl. I saw the kid that was left out, the kid that was different, the kid that may have been a little weird. I'm not saying my personality was awesome growing up. I saw this little girl that was just so left out, and I was able to connect with her and to talk with her in a way that had I not had Tourette syndrome, I may not have connected with her. And it's given me this ability to be compassionate and understanding in a way that as a kid I took it as, oh my gosh, I'm so weird. But now I see it as, no, I went through that stuff so that I would learn and know how to connect with people that are also going through it now.
You know, people who are given certain challenges like this, seeming disadvantages, a lot of times they develop disagreeableness in a good way against the culture at large. Were they able to look at the culture and go, this isn't quite right.
Yeah.
The way we do things is not quite right, and everybody else just wants to fit into it. But there's something about not fitting in where you just go, you know what, this is messed up, and it's exactly right.
There's that moment in life where you stop, where you don't fit in and you feel like everything's falling apart, that you don't fit in, but then you realize that the beauty is that you don't fit in.
Exactly. This is why we love Jamie Grace. She's doing beautiful things. She's going to do it right now.
Okay.
Yes, she is.